Most people in their 20s and 30s feel stuck with money. You know you should be saving more, investing something, building toward independence. But nobody gives you actual targets. You get vague advice, save for retirement, or build an emergency fund, without any clear picture of where you should actually be by age 35. The result? Analysis paralysis, information overload with zero direction. Here's the thing. These next 10 years are your most powerful for building wealth. A dollar you invest at 25 does way more work than a dollar at 35 because of compound interest. Waste this decade, and you're looking at hundreds of thousands in lost growth. But if you know exactly what to target, you can move with purpose instead of spinning your wheels. Today, I'm giving you 6 concrete benchmarks and a roadmap that tells you precisely where you should stand by 35. Not vague goals, actual numbers you can measure against. 6 critical mistakes young professionals make and how to avoid every single one. Let's start with the foundation. Most people either skip an emergency fund entirely or keep maybe $500 to $1,000 sitting around. That sounds responsible until your car breaks down or you lose your job. Then what? You raid your retirement accounts. You go into debt. You make desperate financial decisions that cost you way more than the emergency ever did. Here's the target. By 35, you need 6 months of living expenses in a liquid savings account. Liquid means accessible, sitting in a regular savings account, not tied up anywhere. If you spend $3,000 a month, that's $18,000. Math it out based on your actual spending. This isn't optional. This is your financial shock absorber. Without it, one setback derails everything. The second mistake is not maximizing retirement contributions early. I get it. Retirement feels far away when you're 25 or 28, so you contribute minimally or skip it entirely. But time is your biggest asset, and most people don't realize how much that costs them. Here's why it matters. $1,000 invested at 25 grows into way more by 65 than $1,000 invested at 35. Compound interest does the heavy lifting for you, but only if you let it work. By not starting early, you're literally leaving 6-figure sums on the table. Target by 35. You should be contributing at least 15% of your gross income to retirement accounts. That's your 401k, IRA, or whatever equivalent your country offers. If you make $60,000 a year, that's $9,000 per year into retirement. Does that sound high? It's not. This is where most people undershoot themselves. The mistake is waiting until your 30s to get serious. You lose a decade of growth, and you can't buy that back later no matter how hard you try. Now let's talk about what drains your wealth building capacity. High interest debt. Credit cards at 18%. Personal loans at 15%. Car loans at 12%. If you're carrying that into your 30s, no investment return is going to outpace the damage. The truth is simple. If you're paying 18% on credit card debt, you're losing money every single month. That's not an investment opportunity. That's a leak in your bucket. $5,000 in credit card debt costs you $900 a year in interest alone. Every dollar you pay toward that is a dollar you're not building wealth with. Target by 35. High interest debt, anything over 7%, should be nearly eliminated. Not perfect, but nearly gone. This shifts you from scarcity mode into growth mode. The fourth mistake is not starting a taxable investment account outside your retirement accounts. People think retirement accounts are enough. They're not. Retirement accounts have contribution limits and withdrawal restrictions. You can't touch that money until 59.5 without penalties. Target by 35. Start building a taxable brokerage account with at least $10,000 to $15,000. Even $200 or $300 a month into index funds builds momentum. The mistake most people make is waiting until they feel ready. You'll never feel ready. Start now. Career moves in your 20s impact lifetime earnings. Target 50% growth by 35. Track net worth monthly, your scoreboard. 6 targets work together. Emergency fund plus low debt equals stability. Retirement plus investments equals growth. Hit all 6 by 35 and you're on track. Pick one gap now. Lock it for 90 days. Subscribe and tell which you're tackling.